This is for my assignment for my communications class. And so the first thing I want to do is talk about the interpersonal relationships that I have, the three that we were asked to talk about. The first and most important one is with my husband. And we have a great relationship. We've been married almost 35 years. It hasn't always been great. We've had to work at it, but you know what? Anything that's worth it, you have to work at. And so that's not a bad thing. I have 4 daughters. We have a great relationship, and we talk through or communicate through emails, through text, through FaceTime, because 3 of my 4 daughters live out west. I live in Ohio. One lives in Wyoming. Her husband's going to law school. Another one lives in Idaho, and another one lives in Utah. So we talk on the phone also. Sometimes those interpersonal skills have to be worked out a little bit more, because especially when you're texting or you're emailing and you don't get to see somebody and respond to not just words but facial expressions, it can be a little bit tricky. But you know what? Since they went away, all 3 of them went to college at BYU, Idaho, and it's just something we've needed to work on, and we have. Our 3rd daughter lives here, just the next town over, and we get to see each other face to face, so that's kind of fun. And then I have a lot of interpersonal skills with my my sisters, my mother, my sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws. At work, I work full-time, and those skills or those relationships can be kind of crazy sometimes. But I just, if you're honest, you kind of look at the people when you talk to them. You'll be able to develop those skills. And I think that really another interpersonal skill that I am working on and will continue to work on is with my Father in Heaven and through prayer. And that's been, I've really been able to develop that through the Pathways program. And so I'm sure I'll be able to develop more even now with BYU Idaho. I've had a lot of speaking opportunities, of course, in church. I had a state calling for a long time, so I was able to travel to the different wards, both as a counselor in the State Young Women's Presidency and as the primary president. And so I spoke a lot in the wards there, and then our home ward, and then just in young women. And I taught in Relief Society for a while, and in primary often. I worked for a company for 16 years as a manager and a supervisor, and so I had a lot of opportunities there to have speaking opportunities with team meetings, and not just the teams that reported to me, but departments, whole departments also. And I had a lot of opportunities in that job. And then just a little bit about myself. Like I said, I have 4 daughters. I have 1 granddaughter, and she is just a ball of fun. She lives in Pocatello, Idaho with her mom and dad, and she's just 3 years old. And then our youngest daughter, who lives in Wyoming with her husband, that's the one who's going to law school. They're expecting their first baby here in just a few weeks, so that's pretty exciting. I'll go out there the first week in February and stay with her. I'm excited about finishing my degree. I have worked on my degree since I graduated from high school. I have an Associates of Arts degree, and then I went back to school a few years ago, where I had worked for 16 years, was downsized. So I went back to school, and I went to a community college where they were in partnerships with 4-year schools, and I was going to get a teaching degree. However, everything changed by the time I got done with that associate's degree, and the return on investment wasn't there. The price went up tremendously, tuition went up, and the time that I would need to spend there was way longer than what I was willing to do at my age. So I'm really excited about being able to get a bachelor's degree from BYU, Idaho. And all that I've learned in Pathways has just been amazing. Fun facts about me. I'm just fun. I don't know. I love to cook. I'm not a great one, but I love to cook. I love to do new and different things, challenge myself. And my father was born here in the United States. He was first generation born here. My grandparents were from Russia. And I know a little bit, not much Russian, but had a wonderful childhood with great parents, grandparents, and sisters. So I live close to Kirtland. It's about an hour from where I live, and I love Kirtland. It's just grown tremendously over the last few months, or years, I should say. And it's a beautiful place. If you ever have the opportunity to come and visit Kirtland and then go on up to Palmyra to the pageant up there, it's well worth the time and effort. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.